We got Black State first hands-on preview. We get to see what it looks like.
When Black State was first welcomed to the world via a visually impressive Metal Gear Solid
teaser
earlier this summer,
fantastic.
some doubted its legitimacy as a game. Was it purely a tech demo injected with the purpose of showing off Nvidia's shiny RTX tech?
I was wondering the same thing. I wasn't sure if it was real or if they were just showing specific footage.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I've played Black State, and I'm more than happy to report that not only does it appear to be a real game, but also a really promising one full of gory, explosive action and cinematic sci-fi style.
Oh yeah.
Powered by handsome visuals and a playful
Oh, it's gonna be
physics
fantastic.
engine.
Look at this game, bro. It's gonna be awesome.
My demo started by taking control of a stealth-suited long-haired man aboard a cargo ship. It's impossible to not be reminded of the opening
Metal
moments
Gear.
of Metal Gear Solid 2 as you skulk along its main deck, admiring its reflective metals and the
Wow, it looks so real. Look at it.
Gungor, studio director at Black State's Turkish developer Motion Blur, is keen to point out the game's graphical prowess, and he's not wrong to do so. It really is a stunner, shining brightly over the course of the 20-minute demo.
It's almost real.
But what's perhaps more impressive is how well it runs. Even with ray tracing turned on, the frame rate rarely dips below 60, and the demo hits a steady 140 FPS during non-combat situations.
I might be able to put on ray tracing, guys. Crazy.
Rig I played on. But as I mentioned, and as Gungor goes to lengths to insist, Black State isn't a tech demo. It's a story-driven action game of huge ambition. After making my way up the ship's deck and entering one of its many doors, that scope all starts to become
Oh my
apparent.
god.
Doors in Black State aren't your traditional gateways into neighboring rooms, but instead
Oh, they did like two.
portals to wildly different locations. After stepping through the heavy bolted ship gateway, for instance, I find myself in a museum. Its shiny hardwood floors and spotless glass cabinets, a far cry from the industrial oceanic setting of moments
And it
before.
looks
Where is
good.
this place?
We don't know, but I'm glad these all survived.
Hopefully, this trick will provide not only narrative intrigue, but ambitious level design that links multiple types of environments together. Gungor reveals little of Black State's story, but hints of a sci-fi adventure that may deliberately confuse at first, before coming together and bringing its disparate, portal-gated worlds together. He cites Inception as a key inspiration. And the more I play, the more that rings true. It's not just
Okay.
the dream heist masterpiece
That's
I'm
kinda
reminded
cool.
of, though, but the sci-fi thriller movies
Took
of Christopher
Metal
Nolan
Gear
in general. There are hints of Tenet
and
in there,
added
not only through its
Inception
aesthetic, but in the gameplay
and
too.
put it together for the
Shooting and
game.
close quarters combat against Black Flag Commando units. This
Pretty
isn't
dope.
the brand of tactical espionage action its opening cargo ship section initially conjured memory.
Bet you they can only show us so
Black
much,
State
which is
played
why we're
more
gonna
closer to
start
Remedy's
seeing
brand of high-octane
clips that
action
we've already
than
seen.
any of Kojima's Metal Gear Solid entries.
How'd they spot me? We don't know. You need to keep moving.
Got the pistol now.
My
Let's
first
see.
encounter is against a squad of enemies who rappel down into the museum's corridor. I immediately do what I always do when the option is made available. Push the button that triggers bullet time. The slowdown mechanic is on a cooldown timer, but one generous enough to let me use it with relative
To the right.
abandon. It looks and feels fantastic,
Get 'em.
just as it did in the original
Yeah,
Max
there you
Payne,
go.
to roll out of cover at
Oh, yeah,
quarter speed
Max
before
Payne.
unleashing a hail of bullets into an enemy pathetically stuck in real time. 4
Damn.
different weapons were made available in the demo, allowing me to leave a trail of destruction frankly unbefitting of the classy surroundings.
16.
Alongside a relatively standard pistol and assault rifle combo, there's a fantastically powerful shotgun
Shotgun.
capable of completely obliterating limbs at close distance.
Dude, the way that the limbs come off and everything.
And
Very
there's the more
cool.
powerful sci-fi flavored fusion gun. This energy weapon discharges a burst of electricity into an enemy, which, after
It's
it
like the
hits
charge
them,
rifle.
makes them explode into a gory pile of goo. It again looks and feels fantastic, especially when paired with bullet time, allowing you to watch bits of blood and bone elegantly fly across the room. It's disgusting, but I'd be lying if I didn't say I love it.
Crazy. That is so
Alongside the
cool,
guns,
man.
There's a selection of gadgets too. The ones I had access to were similar in nature to the Division's Seeker mines.
Oh.
Grenades that scuttle towards your target.
Oh, I thought the thing up in the air was what was
An
doing
electrical
that.
charge version
It was like something he rolls
by the
across the floor.
protagonist,
And it
a device Gungor
faces
teases
down
would be
enemies.
effective against robotic enemies that appear later in the story. The playable section ends in a secret lab area found behind a keycard locked door upon which the Mona Lisa sits proudly. It's an area that that brings together all of Black State's apparent influences. The experimental science of Metal Gear Solid, the battle-ready scientists in bodysuits of Remedy's Quantum Break, the clinical, orchestrated violence of Nolan's Tenet. It makes for a lengthy combat sequence in which a dozen or more enemies attack from all corners, pressuring me to use all of the aforementioned tools at my disposal. If all of Black State's combat encounters are this well structured, then I think it will prove to be more than just a robust shooter. The resulting mess is one of great delight, as people become exploded innards and dress the bleach white surfaces in
I like that when you get knocked down, you can like fly backwards and then pull your gun right back up. That's cool.
The often brutal spectacle of a Quentin Tarantino action scene.
I love that takedown, by the way.
Best showcased when a body flies across the room after taking a shotgun shell at point blank range, a la Django Unchained's final bloody shootout.
Bye, Miss Laura.
Motion blur is aiming high with Black
State, about that scene.
And for what I've played, it's showing promising signs it can reach those heights, at least in the foundational gameplay department. It remains to be seen if the overall level design can continue to creatively support Black State's inventive place-hopping concept.
I'm sure
as well
it can.
As escalate with a hopefully ever-evolving toolset. I'm also largely in the dark on its narrative, and so can't yet tell if Motion Blur's writing talent matches its skill for slick firefights. But even if a full release is quite a while away yet, I've got a good feeling. The eye-catching reveal trailer certainly had my curiosity, but after playing it, its blend of intriguing sci-fi story and setting, brutal yet balletic time-bending action, and simply stunning graphical sheen now firmly has my attention.
Hell yeah.
For Black State, stick around in this video for an extended look at some gameplay.
Alright, let's stick around. Let's watch it.
In our database. Must be a secret. Search everywhere.
All right.
So this is the secret room, the secret room he goes into, behind the Mona Lisa. You can hear him still dying behind him. He's still bleeding now. That's crazy.
Hold up.
Got him.
Enemy here. Over here.
Where'd your aim go right there? What the hell was that? Alright, the roller mines. This is where he uses it. Boom. So cool. He had to reload during that? That sucks.
God damn it.
He has 25 roller mines. So many.
For more, check out 8 minutes of Black State gameplay, and for everything else, stick with IGN.
Stick with IGN. And me for reacting to it with you. Very cool. Cool, let's see if I can pause it. I didn't pause it at the right spot. Anyway, that was Black State, first hands-on preview. Looks amazing. Can't wait to play the game.